Hey guys, little update on Black Beauty, the 67 Fastback with the big block that we're having all the steering and engine placement setup issues. So yeah, the engine's like in its final resting place. The firewall's done. We've got a little bit of paint happening up there. That's been done. So really, it's been finishing off the exhaust. So we've had to change up a bit of stuff on that. So yeah, if you come through, you'll see. We've got obviously the collectors and the headers completely finished now. Then we had to bring the exhaust in. So that was a series of little cuts and joins in the mantle drawn tubing, and then the customer wanted to add some exhaust cutouts to it, which are here. So yeah, as you can see when you look up in here, we didn't have clearance. The way these are clocked, like there wasn't clearance from the floor to keep them in there, so we had to make a little pocket in the floor which goes up underneath the seats, so it doesn't impact inside the car, but we've made a little pocket up in here that the electric motors can sit up in, which just open up and then it'll just dump straight out here. And you can kind of see a different angle over here where we've done this, but yeah, when the floor came right through, it was like right there. And then, like if you move this around, to one more position, move the bolts around, it was kind of down here, which was just going to get knocked off in no time. So yeah, it was a little bit of messing around, but cut the pockets in the floor, got that running. Which by the time you put the catalytic converters on, and then a couple of mufflers, we were a fairly long way back. The old system kind of had a muffler here and came across in front of this suspension arm and then went back and then turned out the side. Well, we were already back to here, so we couldn't bring it forward of this pickup point. Remembering this thing's got an independent rear, like a Jaguar style independent rear in it. So what we had to do was take a quick 90 and come across and straight out the side. Now the only problem with that was this arm goes up and down with the independent rear and actually comes up to within about half an inch of the chassis rail. So we had nowhere to put the exhaust, so we had to put a little C-notch in the chassis rail. You can see I've added some 3x1 box section in here, plated it all up, plated the top of the C with 3/16 plate, and taken it out the side. So that's actually, it was a fair bit of messing around, but we got it there. We got it out the side. It's a freer flowing exhaust now. Got one less hard 90-degree bend in it than it had before. So yeah, now we've got all that mocked up and done, we can actually get it back down on the ground, which is the next step for this old girl, and we'll pull the engine and trans out again. We'll get the rest of the engine bay painted. We'll finish up the welding, like all the engine mounts are tacked in place. Good strong tacks, but they're not fully welded. You can't get around them, all of them, with the engine in there. So we're going to pull the engine out again, get everything finished welded, a little bit of paint in the engine bay, and then we can start replumbing, like finding a home for all this stuff, because this is all going to have to be in new places now. I mean, close, but just not quite the same. We've got a drive shaft coming for it, which we've had to shorten up 5 inches that the engine's gone back. And yeah, so it's kind of been behind the scenes a little bit, but it's been happening. So that's an update on this car. So it'll be coming off the rack tonight, and we'll get rolling on it amongst all the other projects we got going on. So really, that's about all there is on this one today, and we'll keep you updated. See you on the next video. Take care, guys.